Okay, beautiful. Welcome to another Quantum Conversation, brought to you by acoustichealth.com. I'm Loren Gailey, and I invite you to sit back as we enter the quantum realm, that space of the greater part of you. It is your connection to infinite possibilities, infinite potential, and infinite mastery. Welcome, beautiful hearts. Thank you so much for joining us. We are really excited today to be in this quantum field with the creator beings. Alicia Power is joining me today, and she has such a special treat for us. Every time we meet with Alicia and the creator beings, we are shifted into a vibration of such healing and love. And today, the creator beings are going to assist us in rewiring into being love. And how perfect is this? Because we have just come through the new year, 2024, and the holiday season, the solstice was just a little bit rough around the edges. And on January 21st, we shifted. And on January 22nd, I wonder how many of you could actually feel that shift. I did. In fact, many people that I know woke up late, woke up with a headache, had immense dreams, vivid dreams. And so here we are in this age of Aquarius, where Pluto is in Aquarius now, and we are feeling it. Share in the comments how you feel and what you've been experiencing. I want to say hello to Alicia. Hi, Alicia.
Hello, Loren. Hello, everybody. Oh my gosh, I am just so excited for this event because I'm like you. I'm going to be listening, and I'm going to be just allowing these creative beings to share with us what they want to share with us today and take us where they want to take us today. So, and they have such a beautiful gift, really, for us today. I've already had a chat to them, and my gosh, they are just so profound. They are just so beloved and so full of love and so compassionate and ready to give. Yes.
Okay, we are going to leave you plenty of space to do that in our show today. I first wanted to check in with you, Alicia, because as I mentioned, the collective of our Lightworker tribe has reported that, wow, some were lifting themselves out of depression, some were feeling strife within family members, loved ones, and it was a real challenge for, well, it was like a lesson, almost one of another graduation lesson into, can we truly be love in the face of everything? Can we remember to show up with the love, no matter how we're getting triggered? So tell us what you sensed in this great passageway into this new year. What was that like for
Mm. Yes, I just want to share that you're absolutely right, actually. There was momentous, like tunnels, vortices that we were all moving through. And in actual fact, at one point, I watched the creator beings lift. Bit controversial, the whole matrix that Mother Earth sits in, lifted up to a higher dimension. It's kind of like sometimes they say something funny like, hey, we're getting bored with all of the intensity. Let's just lift this whole game up to a different stream, a higher stream, honestly. And so I just want to say, yeah, it was, what would you call it? Like it's the sound of nails on a blackboard, screeching.
you? Rough
Yes,
around the edges, rough around
yeah,
the edges is
rough
what.
around the edges. So
Yeah.
yeah, so very much like we were sort of on the edge of a black hole. I'm just kind of like, that's just an analogy, really, of this intensity of and my creative beings are saying now, and we're saying then that it's true. It's very, very true. The every now and again in the worlds of spirit and the quantum, huge beings of shadow come and want to sort of envelop Mother Earth and envelop our physical universe and envelop our reality and try and sort of feed off it and trying to destabilize it and trying to excuse me, trying to, it really is like a, like a plasma field that comes in. And I just want to say that, yeah, 21st of January was so powerful for me too. And I really felt like I was just surfing a very big wave. And oh, my little puppy that he's trying to get in my door. Won't be a moment. And so it was very, very intense for me. And that's when I watch these beings come in and do something extraordinary like what I just described. Oh my gosh, which is just, hey, let's just lift everybody up and out of this thing and away from this consuming vortex, which is trying to just push in. So there's a lot of things going on. There's astrological things going on. There's the age of Aquarius, moving into the age of Aquarius. There's lots of sort of wrinkles in time going on. And anyway, you know what? Because I work with these beings so much all day, every day, and I'm up against these membranes a lot, I'm kind of in that sort of, not cutting edge, but right against it a lot, all the time, and working with them. That's why I'm kind of like someone like a jiu-jitsu trainer who's in that ring a lot. And so that's when I get to talk and share. I've got a lot to say because I've kind of been right up against that a lot and kind of experienced it a lot. So what I'm wanting to say here is that, you know, today's another day, and that was just such a powerful experience for me personally. I'm not plugged into the astrological movements that much, because I'm really busy, like with working with these guys and hanging in there and operating. so I just want to say, I'm just remembering back and just thinking back about a week ago on the 21st of January. Actually, it was only just a few days ago. There was just so much intensity. And what I just find extraordinary is that these beings switch the intensity off. They listen to the calls of humanity. They listen to what I'm asking them for. They listen to what everybody is asking them for, anybody else who's working with them. And they start changing realities. They start changing that background morphogenic field. They lift us out of fear and panic. They lift us out of disempowerment by changing that whole background force field. They're good at that. They're telling me to say they're good at that, and they know how to do that, and they do it, which is an interesting thing right up front in the beginning of this kind of chat with you, to even say that they have that kind of capability, and they do. They just
That's
do.
great. And it helps when you know, anyone who's been with you and the creator beings are certainly aware of the invocation to work with the creator beings and actively participate in that way. But for those who may not be aware, will the creator beings work with them without being uplifted? So in a general sense, they uplifted all of humanity.
Yeah, that's right. That's correct. Yeah, they did. They just take the pressure off. It's like letting the steam out, you know, and letting the pressure down on the tires. You know, it's like, whoo, just cooling it all down. Because yes, there's these astrological crunch points. There's these astrological kind of planetary movements. You know, the auric fields of those planets just interpenetrating our auric fields and mingling and creating all kinds of domino effects and decision points and pressures in us. And then there's huge psychic currents that are happening way up and around Mother Earth, but also within this entire psychic spirit universe. And they're not so much connected necessarily to astrological impacts and influences. They're kind of, it's like, you know, they do whatever they want to do. They've got their own sentience. And so this is very grown up kind of a conversation straight up for those people who haven't actually even kind of connected with the creator beings. I've worked with these overseers of universes for about 30 years, over 30 years, and I dialogue with them psychically every day and have clearly two-way conversations with them. Yeah, so it's a thing. And I love introducing people to these creative beings, these overseers. They are on our side and they're wanting humanity to arise in consciousness, in awakeness, in clarity on what is good, what is evil, what is shadow, what is light, inside yourself, outside. And they are really on a mission to download as much. Hang on a second. As much highlight as possible into our individual auric field so that we sort of blossom into our empowerment as souls. That's their mission. So yeah, it's very much an individual thing. And I love introducing these beings to any light worker, any person who wants to move quite quickly into their awakening. Can I apologize for my puppy?
We love that sound of the puppy.
Do you?
We love the
Can I just very quickly turn my video off and I'll just let him in? Is that all right?
Yeah, that sounds
Okay.
great. Okay.
Okay.
And as Alicia does that, I want to just remind everyone, Alicia is joining us in her early morning hours, and so lucky to have her join us. It's 8 a.m. her time in Australia. Okay. Yes, puppy unconditional love, Barb. That's right. And Penny, yes, we love the puppy input. Cool. All right.
I'm
Welcome
here
back.
again.
Okay.
He is so funny. He's a little Shih Tzu.
So cute. All right. Well, speaking to this, it's really interesting in all of this to recognize the flow of things and to surrender to that flow and to surrender to the word flexibility, to be flexible when things change, when we learn that, wow, we can't control things. And then when we do that and we turn and we look in hindsight, which is 2020, we see, wow, that was a powerful lesson. And in this past week, even just yesterday, to be honest, in this new Aquarius sense or this age, we're stepping up. I'm seeing people stepping up or recognizing that there's no need to limit themselves anymore or self-limitation anymore. And so that's a beautiful thing. And I think that's a gift for humanity as well, when people learn to speak and share their wisdom that we have. We all have wisdom within us. And so anyone watching this, everyone watching this is a new earth leader. If you are here right now listening to information like this, you know you have that vibration and are a new earth leader. So we just want to give encouragement to that and set the premise for this rewiring into being love, because it's really a powerful accelerator. And we've come so far. I just want to recognize that with everyone. We've come so far. And so, the last year, the last couple of years, beyond the last couple of years, we've all been feeling that impulse to step up in new ways. And now we're beginning to see some of that action. It really is remarkable and lovely to see. So I just wanted to share that as well.
Oh my gosh, that is just so beautiful and so powerful, Lorraine, just listening to you. And I want to say thank you to every single one of you watching this. You're such a powerful soul. You're so courageous to have incarnated into a human lifetime. And we've got residue fear that sits in our aura like software, and it can stop us stepping into our power. And one of the jobs and tasks we have, as you probably know as a light worker, is to have facilitations or work with spiritual healers or work with your own spirit guides to go into the subliminal archives and get the worlds of spirit who are technicians to find that fear software, which I call software, and pull it out so that we start changing our inner platform, so that we start feeling fearless to show up in our power. It really is quite a remarkable thing. I've been working with these senior levels of the worlds of spirit that have gone into my auric field and over those 30 years and have changed the structure of the electromagnetics and of the light waves and of that crystalline light body of my soul. They've changed it, they've cleaned it up so that I am in my power, so that I'm fearless in talking about the worlds of spirit, in detailing what I'm watching in the worlds of spirit and sharing that and teaching that, so that there's a fearlessness around that. And because it's real, it's more real in this physical dimension, which is really like, I know, isn't that, that's, some people think in their mind that's a controversial thing to say. And unfortunately, it's beyond the truth. It is the truth. It's the reality. I always say, when you pass over, you'll find out. And so to acknowledge what is real and to speak what is real and not be afraid of that. Yes.
Yeah, that's powerful. So many are just because we remember, that could be past lives. We do remember being taken out. I do. I remember being taken out for singing. And so that is powerful to remove that fear, because we're free now. We really are free now to share. And that's a really important skill for those to really take an inventory of what they know. Write it down if you have to. Write a list. Write a list. You know something, now share it and share it. And a lot more people are coming into connecting with the higher realms. And it's not just imagination. And so when we make that connection to a higher realm channel through writing or artwork or light language or even the spoken word, we have to share it, because we're being given the information to share. And so thank you for working with the creator beings to release that fear. Really, the shackles are off. We're done. We're done with that. So, okay.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I can't stress this enough, actually. Make it your task in this lifetime to clear your fear records, your fear software that's sitting subliminally just embedded in the auric field in so many layers, so many lifetimes, and even pre-lifetimes, before lifetimes. There's a lot of work to do, and just make it a task, because you'll change, your life will change. Yeah, you'll stand in your power so much more comfortably, sitting in your skin and just speaking up, and realities will change for you and upgrade for you. And I just want to say, one of the reasons why I put people's hand in the hand of these creative beings, today you're going to meet a creative being, is for speed in that change, speed, because these beings are very, very high in authority. That's the reason we all work with them, is for their speed and their capability as technicians, as light technicians, to reach down into our auric records and literally just switch off, forgive. They use the term forgive sometimes because it's just a exponential speed switch off, sometimes of deep, deep karmic residue and software that's sitting there, fear software and shadow software. And they've got such high authority that they can go into these dark tunnels and find the occlusions and the kind of patch of fear there and just change it, rewire it. There's a lot to do in that moment. There's a lot of contracts to close, gateways to close, traveling into other different places in the spirit world to find the perpetrators of whatever happened. So there's a lot to do in that moment, but they do it very fast, very completely. Everybody hearing that? That's why we work with the creative beings. Great theme, by the way, today, Loren, that you're talking about bringing forward here, is the clearing of our electromagnetics and the strengthening of our light. And I just want to quickly say is that these creative beings today have a theme that they want to teach about, which is such a delightful, beloved, amazing theme, which is that God is love, and we are that as well. That is our essence. This is what they're wanting to talk about today and kind of pull us all into it and graft us into it today. We're going to all have an upgrade. We're going to be pulled into a force field of love today. And what they want to talk about is that our essence is that God love, and they want to pull us, literally graft us into that today, so that from today we're walking much more, the seat of the soul is more in that, more merged with that. Isn't that a gift? I was talking with them before we started, and they just quietly said it's a gift for everyone today. So I'm going, oh my God, that's just such a gift. So I'm just going to let them talk a little bit about this, because on that theme and that context of rewiring and upgrading and help from the worlds of spirit with speed and with authority. So I'm just going to let's see how they want to start with this, because it's just such a divine topic. Yeah. Won't be a moment. Let's just see how they want to start. Well, they want to tell a story, and they quickly just want to say that before there was any manifestation of God, right? Before any other universes were born or developed, or games of self-reflection and sentience, and before any expression of God happened, they're saying that God was this God force, that background, you could say, 0 point field was, well, I just quickly want to say, divine. It was just sitting in its divinity. It was just sitting in its beingness and just simply emanating, just simply being and holding that. They quickly just want to tell a little sort of explanation story here. That just to frame up something that sometimes is a little bit confusing for us humans to understand, and that is that that background force, that background source, God source, is not itself an expression, because when expression happened, when any kind of evolution of that, sort of the movement from God source into something, becoming something, that's where the worlds of spirit, now I'm talking with my experience in the worlds of spirit is not just the spirit universe that's to do with our galaxies and our evolving universe, the physical universe, and the worlds of spirit that oversee all of that, that in the background fields, in the quantum, that oversee that physical universe. So, because there are many universes, so the worlds of spirit have got nearly unlimited echelons of authority that go up and 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 up, nearly unlimited, pretty much. And all of that is an expression of God source. So that is the sort of movement out from God source. And then there's God source. So they explained it to me once a little while ago. And I said, I have these quiet, personal, private lessons from them sometimes. And they said, okay, so that is light. Light is conscious, and it's sentient, and it's a decision maker, and light is consciousness. But God's source, that background source, is love. So everybody just got that? That is just phenomenal as an understanding, just even that. The penny drop in all of us as we just heard that. So all the emanations from God's source is light. That is what light is, what we're terming light, because it's consciousness and it's sentience. But the background source itself, that unmovable, unshakable, beyond everything, the origin, the source, that is what love is. That's the resonance of love. Way beyond any kind of human feeling, right? We're talking about God vibration. And that's what this session today is about. So all of the spirit worlds, beyond the spirit world that connects with this universe, because I deal with the spirit world as when I play with creator beings, they are way beyond this universe. They're way beyond all universes, because there are many, 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 many game plans and universes. So there are spirit worlds above and above and above and above, right? And that is not God. That's spirit beings making choices, learning, developing, creating, ongoing creating, right? Sort of extrapolating creation, like, like a fractal, it just keeps going out. But what God is that immovable source, and that is love. That's what they just quietly want to say, love vibration is beyond everything. It's beyond the spirit universe, because spirit universe is what light is. So the emanation from that original love vibration is what light is. And that's why we all talk about love and light, like a two-pronged thing together. So light is the expression of God source love. And God source just is that vibration of love. Now, the worlds of spirit, the creator beings want to say that as a gift today, they want to help everybody notice that inside of us, beyond everything, beyond our personality, even beyond all our past lives, even beyond our soul that's traveled into this universe and learnt so much and walked through many, many lifetimes, our soul, even beyond that, even more original than that, you are God's source, because you emanated originally from God's source. So in you is a kernel, is a seed of God's source, beyond everything. Excuse me. And they would love to help you find that seed, help you find that original resonance, that original vibration of God's source. And they would love to take us all into an experience of that, because today is a practical workshop, like a practical masterclass of us sticking our noses into something and feeling it and learning from that experience, but also receiving an emanation of that God source. A kind of, the words they're giving me is an amplification of that God source. And fascinatingly, because we as humans, as individual humans, are, what would you call, definitely like a transformer for those higher realms. We bring through their vibration down into this realm. So we're like a transformer. Actually, it's the best word I can find. We're like a little light bulb that kind of switches on and switches off, lights up and then dims down, and then lights up and then dims down. And they just love that the creator beings are saying that they just love that they are connected to us now, because they've entered the space of our universe about 30 years ago and have connected with many of us humans. And they're just so in love, they're giving this term, they're just so in love with the fact that they have like an emanation of them into us now, because many of us have stood in front of them and received their vibration and connected with them and had conversations with them. So their energy is in us now. And so we're walking, talking light bulbs of their level of light, which has got so much authority and so much power and so much, the frequency has got so much intention behind it. So as any of us who have stood under that waterfall of light in any experience with the creator beings, received an infusion of their light, that deep intention of the creator beings is running through us, is mingled with our light now. And we are like that light bulb that carries that light, their light. And just repeating again, their light has got beyond intense intention. So it changes the frequencies and the energetics around it as we walk and talk and just interact and live our life, because it's in our auric field. And it switches energetics on and off around us. It actually touches and changes the energy around us. So we are a faucet, like a tap, for the creator being's light. And just referring back to what I was just saying, how God's source is love vibration, and then all emanations from that is light. I find that fascinating. I've never kind of had a conversation kind of like that, about sort of just chunking that like in that way, I just find that really fascinating. thought, oh my gosh, okay, if I really put my thought on that and just focused on that, I'm sure I'd have so many penny drops. Anyway, so these creator beings are saying, guys, let's go into a spirit journey and let's allow these creator beings to download a very deliberate waterfall of God love vibration, right? That source code, that source, God source love frequency into us, grafted into us. They're saying that's the gift from today. And there's going to be also an opportunity in that spirit journey for everyone to stand in front of a creator being, high five them, put your forehead to their forehead and let the energetics mingle a little bit and meet a creator being so that you can use this replay, whether you download this replay or somehow access this replay later, to stand in front of this creator being anytime you want and have conversations and have requests. These creator beings really want as many humans to connect with them genuinely, honestly, with requests, because the creator beings have got this amazing thing going on where they want your life to change, where they want your life to upgrade, where they want you to upgrade. They want you to see yourself in a mirror. They want you to realize yourself as a soul in this lifetime. So they've got a real big mission for that. So if you stand in front of a creator being and say, okay, cool, I'm ready. I want that. I want the shades to peel off my eyes. I want to remember. I want that remembering to get triggered in me. I want you guys to rewire me so I can start remembering and my power and my freedom, my inner freedom, and my joy and my sense of comfort of being light and love and shine that fearlessly. I want that. So those moments in front of the creator beings are so significant, so impactful, so life-changing, because they have the hands on your electromagnetics and you're giving them permission in that moment. And their hands on your electromagnetics means that you're giving them permission, you know, when you lie down for 5 minutes or 10 minutes, any time during the day later on, you can invite them to come and make some changes, go in and start clearing that shadow and that fear software in your auric field, more and more and more and more, deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper over the weeks, over the months. So you make it a regular thing to meet with them, lying on your bed, meet with them, let them go in and clear you so that you get stronger and stronger and stronger. This is the journey now, from now on. Okay, everybody. It's, and always remember they are fast, they are precise, they're very aware of you as a human and your needs as a human. So you can always ask to slow something down, to speed something up, whatever you want. They're listening, their ears are flapping, they're listening to you and your needs and your requests, and you're speaking to them because they are impeccable with free will. They're like the most powerful genie, but they have to wait for you to invite them in and to do the work. So these are not normal spirit guides, everyone. These are creative beings. These oversee many, many, many other universes of spirit beings, very high up in authority. Cool, let's go. Loren, shall we start our spirit journey?
So much for this. We are really looking forward to it. So buckle up, everyone, or no, relax and recline and receive. Thank you.
All right, let's go, everybody. Closing the eyes, taking a deep breath. I'd love everyone to switch on their imagination in this journey. Imagination is your door into sensing the spirit worlds. It really, really is. After 30 years of teaching this, it's a big clue. So I'd like you to imagine, pretend, know that there is a beautiful spirit being in front of you. I'd like you to bend forward with your forehead and put your forehead to their forehead. They're bending forward as well. It's a moment of acknowledgement. It's also a moment of you just very gently stepping into the worlds of spirit a little bit more deeply, just in that moment. there's just a moment of calm. Their energies healing your energy a tiny little bit as we're just feeling a stillness. Around us, a cocoon and an envelope of gold energy is wrapping itself around the two of you. And very gently, you are both elevating up. It's kind of like you're in a bubble of energy. And you're both elevating up in this bubble, lifting up, starting to gently float upwards. And way, way, way above you, if you look up in your imagination, you can see kind of like a sky, like an energetic membrane of light. And that's where we're heading up. So this bubble with you and your beautiful escort spirit being together is floating up towards this energetic sky of beautiful light energy. Definitely a membrane, an energetic membrane, heading up towards it, getting closer and closer and closer. Faster and faster, heading up towards it. We're just below it now, and very, very gently and slowly, we are pushing ourselves up into this energy plasma, this kind of vast sky of energy, pushing yourself up into it, pushing, 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 moving through it together in your beautiful bubble of light. And now pausing and hovering above this layer of energy. We're just above it. Pausing here for a moment, just sensing a different kind of clarity in the energy, a different vibration, softer, more fine. And now if we look up, we're still in our bubble, we're just looking up, we see this tiny, tiny pinprick of a starlight way, way, way up in the distance. It's very far away, so it's quite tiny. But that's where we're heading now. That's our next destination. And so let's find ourselves in our bubble with our escort spirit being moving at hyper speed, like so fast. Just a blur of speed. Just know that you're switching that on, that speed. Put your attention on the fact that you're just experiencing this blur of acceleration, of speed, heading straight for that tiny pinprick of starlight, this particular star, twinkling away, way up there in the distance, heading up towards it, moving at just this hypersonic speed, just so fast. Such a blur of speed. Wow. And we're coming closer and closer to it now. And this tiny little pinprick of starlight now is quite a powerful, big, fast vortex and sphere of light, pulsating, kind of like a sun. Coming up closer and closer to it now. We're in quite close proximity to it. And very, very gently, remember we are in a sphere of energy, you and your beautiful spirit escort being together are in this beautiful bubble, protective bubble. So we're now very gently allowing ourselves to move into this fierce, powerful light, but we are in our protective shield, our protective bubble, moving slowly, slowly into this light, into this big sphere of light. Right into the center, everyone. And we're just going to hold ourselves there in the center. It's not so much like burning light like a sun. It's more just very, very powerful, very intense. And we're just quietly sitting right in the center, holding ourselves there for a moment. There's a very powerful, important reason why we're here. This is like a gateway, like a stargate. moment, which is going to happen in a moment. But just before that happens, something else is going on, which is we are actually receiving a download. The light from this big starburst of light that we're inside, well, that light is conscious, it's intelligent, and it's beginning to seep into, just gently, to seep into our protective shield and also into us personally, into our aura. It's kind of soaking in. And as it's traveling in and soaking in, it's flicking dominoes. It's starting to flick switches all over the place in our aura. And we are just in receiving mode, allowing, embracing, happy to be in a powerful light vortex that knows what it's doing. It's changing us, it's upgrading us. So this is a moment where we're just happy little munchkins receiving a powerful infusion of light, very high frequency spirit intelligence light. It has a knowing to it. It knows what it's doing. It knows who we are. Beautiful gift today. I'm being told that this is just the welcome mat in our spirit journey today. This is just the start, a quick upgrade. Wow. I love all of these spirit journeys. They're such gifts all along the way. So as you are in your beautiful protective bubble with your beautiful spirit escort, on the outside of your bubble, you're noticing that a gateway, a doorway, an energetic doorway is opening, and you and that whole sphere, that whole bubble, and that spirit being that inside you, and that protective shield, you're floating through the gateway, through the stargate, floating through like bubbles do. Floating through to the other side. This is so amazing. I love these spirit journeys. They're so complex. The spirit world just escorts us into these different spaces in the worlds of spirit. Wow. And on the other side of that stargate, we are being met by a crowd, like a group of creator beings. They're standing in a semicircle. It's these tall beings of light. You don't need to see them clearly. You can just sense that they're there or feel that they're there or switch on your imagination. So the sphere, the bubble that you've been in just peels away, melts and dissolves, and your escort spirit being steps back and you just step forward, just quietly stepping forward in the company of these creator beings, bowing gently, just letting them know that you honor them and respect them and thank them for coming. And it's a very significant moment, I'm being told, because these beings do have the authority to change your life. They do have the authority to make big changes in your soul fields, in your soul journey as an upgrade beyond this lifetime, so that your soul sits in a very different level of power beyond this lifetime. They've got that kind of authority. So right now, this is a very key moment. I'd love you to step forward and to choose, deliberately go up to one of these creator beings and choose instinctively which one that you would love to reach your hand out and take their hand and pull them gently forward so that the two of you are standing in that semicircle. The other creator beings are still standing there, kind of holding the space in love. And so this is a very important moment as you look at this creator being and invite them, ask them to look at your soul light body, to take a moment and to scan your soul light body, your soul field, and what they're doing, what they're looking for as they're scanning, because they work very fast, very accelerated. They're just zooming around real fast and going, yep, taking a look at everything. And they're just telling me that they are looking at the origin of your soul, right at the beginning, before all existences, before you started your journey to learn as a soul, before all human lifetimes. So that going way back to this origin moment, and just seeing what your intention was to travel in this long, long, long journey of learning as a soul. You know, what were you wanting to do? What was your decision to come? Not in this lifetime. I have to keep reminding everybody because people keep thinking of this lifetime, decision to come to this lifetime. No, but a whole idea of being a soul in this universe and going through learning curves and challenges and building power and, you know, just so much learning, so much growing, such a long journey. So this creative being's reading that like a book, getting to know you, checking you out, because this is important, because from this point onwards, you have an opportunity to grow and develop and morph into a slightly different type of person. It's like a juncture point right now. So this creative being now has finished its scanning and it's looking at you and it's wanting your logical conscious self to ask some requests of this creative being, requests about your life, requests about your soul awakening. So just really quickly, just a minute or so, quick moment here for you to send some very powerful higher level requests to this creator being. Just going to go quiet for a moment. All right, so there's a list, a checklist of things that you've just sent your request for to this creator being. And just as you're standing there, this being is starting to send its energy into you, starting to travel down those tunnels, into the spots, into the spaces in your electromagnetic field where memory is sitting. And remember, I said that they work really fast. This is the reason you work with creative beings, is because of the speed. Just repeating that again. And, you know, let's just quietly stand there, let them work. Let them just dive in and do what they do best and what they know. So, yeah, just another moment, quiet moment here, letting them do some quick work. I'm just reminded, Lorena, as you mentioned, you getting taken out for singing. That could be a great request, by the way, just to send to them saying, hey guys, can you just check that that's all gone, that's all transmuted? because there'll be matrices of light that are still holding the memory of a jarring there, a fear there, a shutdown there. So worth putting that request in for you too. They are so busy in there. They just said to me, oh my gosh, there's so much work to do, which is absolutely true. And they just said to me that they're going to be doing just, excuse me, they're going to start the ball rolling. They're going to start the first dominoes falling on some of these really big wounds. And they really recommend that after the session, you lie down and let them keep working on you on these particular points that you've asked for. But they're just working on it right now. Their hands are on your beautiful light waves, on your electromagnetics. They're in there rewiring right now. And they're also saying there's a reason they wanted to do a bit of a cleanup before we move further into that grafting of love, God love. So they just want to do this. This is like another welcome mat moment. They want to just swish into our Akashic records, take a good look, create a checklist for themselves to see what needs to be done for you, and start the process. And they just want me to repeat that after the session. They recommend that you lie down for another 15 minutes and let them keep going on this, on these points that you've requested. So they'll continue working to do the job, to finish the job and the rewiring in these wounds. And they're telling me to say that they've got a really good scope. They've really understood what needs to be done, having a good look and getting in there and starting. All right, everybody. So we're going to move to a different phase. And remember to continue this soul wound healing afterwards. These beings will stay connected to you afterwards, and you can just lie down and let them continue on that soul wound project. But now we're going to move to a powerful God love rewiring moment. And I'm being asked to say that this is what they are looking forward to. This is what this session today is all about, this moment that's coming. They are so excited about it because they've called on much, much higher teams to arrive because, it's God source. And the specific specialist teams that work with God source energy are arriving right now. Might be a moment how they're going to, or where they're going to take us to do this. Just waiting for instructions. Yep, they're waiting for these teams to arrive because they're much, much higher up. Who knew and who would have thought that today you would be receiving the pristine frequency of God love? Gosh, when you woke up this morning, you would not have known that today is a day of a grafting to God love. I can feel the presence of these much higher beings arriving. Wow. So in your imagination, it's very Star Trekky what they are showing me, pretending that we're in some kind of a control room in a starship, and in front of us is hovering a big kind of starship platform. It's free flowing. It's like it's hovering, and they're asking us to jump on that, or asking you to jump on that. Wow. And there's a kind of like a perspex bubble shield kind of closes over the top of us, and it's very much like this mini spaceship. So funny. And we shoot off. We're shooting off in this mini spaceship into space, letting go of any points of reference, surrendering our need to know, surrendering our need to control anything. Surrendering is the main keyword here, and just allowing ourselves to be taken. This is what they're asking us all to do, is just to relax, to surrender, be loved, be taken, be driven, just taken in this beautiful starship wherever it needs to go. So we are just so enjoying the ride. We're just allowing ourselves to be cocooned and just be loved and be taken. So feel yourself now. The spaceship is now entering a huge light sphere once more, much higher up. Now I'm being told that this light sphere, it's just massive, is a sphere, a vortex of God love itself. It's arrived, it's brought itself way, way, way down to connect with us, to meet with us. And we are entering that space in our little space vehicle. And suddenly that space vehicle dissolves, and we are just there in this huge, huge vortex of God love. Nothing to think about, no need to think. Just be. And slowly, slowly, you are dissolving and becoming one with this giant, vast sphere of God love, becoming one with it, merging with it. You've dissolved. And we're going to just sit here for a moment and soak and be grafted, letting that energy become us. I'm going to go quiet for a moment. Just staying there, everyone. I was just watching the most incredible love just flowing, wow, into us. And just now, just before I spoke, they asked me for permission to turn up the volume, to turn up, to bring in an extra power force behind it and download, just to kind of increase the potency of the grafting. And so there was this crescendo of the force of this love uh, embedding itself into us. And as soon as that happened, that was like quite quick. They went, bang, okay, that's it. Thank you, finished. Oh my gosh, I'm quite discombobulated a little bit. Just as I'm chatting away, I can feel my brain has just completely shifted, like something energetically is just completely being taken away from me, like a density's been pulled away from me. And I'm trying to sound normal, but I'm not. So take a deep breath, everyone. We're just 5 minutes after the hour, and they knew they had to work quickly and open your eyes when you're ready. But that was so powerful. What just happened? This is classic working with them, where the most powerful kind of thing that they want to do. And as soon as it's done, they want everybody to open their eyes and kind of come back, take a deep breath. It's like this, oh my gosh, how are we supposed to, how are we supposed to sort of like think normally after that moment? Anyway, so interesting. So here we are. It's just happened. Oh, that was amazing. I actually was watching something and they said to me, you're not allowed to even talk about that. You're not allowed to even put anyone's attention on that, because it's never allowed to be talked about. It's so high. It was like something that was connecting. Ah, goodness. Anyway, thank you, everybody. You've now been grafted into the most incredible kind of high layer of God love. It's got a light ray down into you now, a love ray.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So incredible, this session. So beautiful. Beautiful comments coming in. Deep gratitude to you and the creator beings. Tingles and tears and wow. Really, really beautiful. I loved every moment of it. I feel the great shift in that, Alicia. The the whole journey was so spectacular. The feeling, the sensations in the body at that was remarkable. When we were in the grafting of God's love, and we were just bathing for a moment there, I felt the heartbeat of love, the heartbeat of that source love. Wow. That was so incredible. The whole journey removed layers and layers of every step of the way was just incredible. The feeling in the body and the connection, and when there were tears at one point when we were meeting the creator being and communing with them and putting our list of requests in. And thank you too for saying something about the singing, because watch out, world, I'm gonna sing. Okay. Wow. I don't know how you're able to still continue to talk, but you did say you were discombobulated.
Yes.
Uh, and to think that we can still work with these creator beings, stay connected with them, and return to them. So special. Patricia says, thank you for being that facilitator of this incredible light. And many people are yawning. And that's a good sign.
Yeah.
That's a shift in energy when you yawn.
Mm, mm.
Um, wow, tearing, so many beautiful on our YouTube channel, in our Zoom, so incredibly full of love. And again, I have to just say, I felt in the beginning, even from the beginning, I just felt my body lightening up and just being beautiful. And when we checked into why we came here, that was beautiful. That soul, why our soul came to do this. And I heard, what did I say? All for love. I came all for love, all for love. And that brought many lessons in love too. And so there's a gentle peace within my heart for all of the journey in all the lifetimes, because we chose all of it. And so there's an empowerment in that, because there's no more victim and there's no more fear. Wow. Powerful.
So powerful. And at any moment, if any of you, Loren, and yourself included, become cognizant of any past lives or any big disturbance moment of your soul journey, if you're working with any other facilitators and you come up against a big one or anything that wants to be removed, I'm always saying use the replays, use these recorded sessions to travel back up through to the moment where you're standing in front of the creator beings and point to it, point to that and say, guys, I need this removed. So it's such a partnership. So if your conscious mind through any kind of a method gets conscious about something, you can point to it because it's a huge matrix. And if you do your job and find some of those patches that really need, those wound patches that really need clearing, then come back to standing in front of a creator being, let them know that you found one, and they will follow your conscious perception to where it is and start working on it. They can see themselves where wounds are, but there are so many. So if you come across one, just come across anything. If you come across a theme in your life that you know that you're up against like the perspex wall and you can't go through because your fear is too great, lie down, do a session with them, and find out what's underneath that. What is that perspex wall that's not letting you through? So there's so much work to do. It's beautiful, and it's worth it. It's worth your investment of your attention on this, because you'll just step through that perspex wall and just run towards your power, run towards your freedom of expression. This is the important thing. Light and love need to be free to express themselves in this human lifetime. There's a lot of shadow, a lot of challenge. Most of the human race have not remembered that this is a very temporary moment, and that they are spirit. Most of the human race have not remembered. And does that make it scary to speak up to everyone that, hey, you're actually just a spirit being having a temporary experience? Is that a scary moment to say that? No, not really, because it's the truth. Why be scared about that? It's like a little 6-month-old or a 1-year-old child, not knowing much, and you're like 40, 50, 60 or 30 and you've seen a lot. It's okay to let them know about a few things. It's a different position, right? It's not a fearful position. It's a love position to speak up. And singing, I am so thrilled. I'm a singer too, and
Yeah.
I'm so thrilled that you're a vocalist. Oh my gosh,
Oh,
Loren,
my
we've got to
family.
hear your vocals.
My family has bought me singing lessons because no, I won't go into it, but it's really funny. So thank you. And toning has really helped. So all of it. So I love what you said there. There's no need to be scared of anything now, or our truth. If it's our truth, speak it, and that empowers so many others for that as well. Oh, so beautiful, Alicia. Thank you. Again, the comments coming in are just so wonderful and gorgeous, full of love. Everyone has giant smiles on their face, on their heart, feeling it. And this has just been so magnificent. What a gift, an incredible gift. We have shifted. I think our world has shifted with this incredible light. Everyone watching this is a new earth leader, every single one of you. And this light that we received, this love source that we connected back with, wow, has truly empowered us in new ways. So I thank you all for receiving this and for coming back and listening to the replay again whenever you need it. It's always going to be here. You should save this in your favorite bar on your web browser because it'll be there for you always in all ways. And, you know, we all came here to remember these lessons in love and to experience love in all these ways. So the creator beings have given us such a gift for this. And you work with the creator beings all the time, and you've developed some really great programs. And you mentioned earlier, and we've even felt it today, that this is an acceleration. It is an immense acceleration. And so for those who are ready for it, work with Alicia and the creator beings in a creator being acceleration program. I'm going to put the link right here in our Zoom chat line, and I'm actually going to put it in our Zoom or in our beautiful YouTube channel. And for those who are watching it here and now on the webpage, it's all here. And this package, we hear from all of the students in Alicia's courses that this is the real deal. This is really powerful work. So if you're ready for that, check it out. Alicia, tell us more about the Creator Being Acceleration Program.
This is a collection of amazing workshops. Each is about an hour and a half that take you progressively into a deeper and deeper understanding of who these creator beings are. So you'll have more opportunities to stand in front of these creator beings and receive more infusions of light from them. And each one of them is different and remarkable. And right from the very first module, which walks you through how the creator beings trained me to understand what authority, spirit authority was, and the concept of creator beings and who they are, and all the way through to the end where they talk about the very last, for example, the last module talks about the big picture of our universe and how shadow has its role to play in our universe in a really big way, on a universal scale, not just in your personal life, and the story of that. So this package, Creator Being Acceleration, is workshops that take you into the highest places with the creator beings over and over and over again in slightly different ways each time. And they reveal and unveil to you who they are. So right through this whole training, module after module, you will get to know them. You'll have so many more opportunities to raise your vibration, to raise your personal light frequency over and over and over again, to be grafted more and more into the creator being light frequency itself. And also many more opportunities to for these beings to put you on crystalline healing tables and to take nice slow time to look into your soul wounds and to really kickstart that change in your platform, in the core of you as a soul, and to strengthen the light of your soul. So this is a very, very powerful collection of trainings, not just, listening, but actually being spirit journeys where you're being taken up and working with the creator beings in so many different ways. So Creator Being Acceleration, it's a package of these workshops. Each one is about an hour, hour and a half, and they are just life-changing, pretty well much. So it takes you deep into your relationship with these creator beings. I really recommend it.
Wow, thank you. And so do the people who've taken this course. There's comments coming in saying this series is fabulous. It's really great, powerful. Thank you for your tireless work and for sharing your truth about the creator beings. We're so grateful they've come to you all these decades ago, and that you are radiant with their light, and you're helping us be radiant as well with the light. This is so powerful for our time and so supportive. So, wow. Again, anybody interested in that, please, the link is there. Check it out, or scroll down on the webpage wherever you're viewing this, and you'll see that beautiful package. Alicia, your work is cutting edge on our planet, and you are an incredible way shower for so many leaders, for all the other way showers. That you're a mentor's mentor, and that is beautiful. And we're all feeling so empowered from this, and in the very sense, feeling this love that we are. And we're in deep gratitude to the creator beings and you for this.
Thank you, Loren. Wasn't that just amazing, that grafting just then? That was just absolutely amazing. And, you know, I'm being asked to say right now that it's still there. You can just go back there anytime, as in jump back into the replay and travel back there and allow yourself, wow, just to continue that grafting, you know, continue that that download for yourself. I mean, even knowing that you can go back there and stand in that again and receive that again is just an extraordinary thought for me. It's like, wow, that was, to me, you know, if that would happen once in a lifetime, that's enough, you know, but they're saying no, feel free to jump in the bath again and receive that again. Thank you, Loren. It's been wonderful. And everybody, remember that you can lie down now for about 15 minutes and allow these beings to work in your soul wounds, to continue working in your soul wounds, because they're going to hang around for another 15 minutes or 20 minutes, and then they leave. You can feel them. They sort of peel away and start lifting back up into those higher realms. So they're going to be there for another 15, 20 minutes. Thank you, everybody.
Oh, thank you, Alicia. And I'm certainly going to connect with them in the wee hours of the night as well. That's so beautiful that we can do that. I do that after every show with you and whenever I'm called, and it's so supportive. Really beautiful. Okay.
Okay.
We don't want to say goodbye because we're just swimming in this. Say goodbye, everyone. Take this next few minutes and bathe with the creator beings. Have a beautiful day, Alicia, and
Thank
everyone
you.
else have a beautiful evening or day wherever you are on our planet. Our planet is lit up by our light today. Creator beings, thank you. Thank you, everyone, for watching. And Alicia, namaste.
Namaste, everyone.
Bye. Thank you for listening to this quantum conversation, and thank you for dancing with us to the cosmic heart. As we raise our own vibration, we raise the vibration of the planet. This show is dedicated to you and all awakening hearts, as we are here to shine our bright light and amplify our love. Access all quantum conversations, special offers from our guests, and online healing retreats by visiting acoustichealth.com. I'm Loren Gailey, and from my sacred heart to yours, I honor your magnificent love and light. We leave you now with music from the universe. Music literally created by the universe, as musical notes were assigned to mathematical equations. The result is this beautiful music, available at acoustichealth.com. Namaste.